Another Big Ten team, Dalton, that lost a superstar from their defensive line is Penn State and Abdul Carter, who was the number 3 overall pick in the draft. But the Nittany Lions still have a really good edge rusher in Dani Dennis-Sutton, who checks in at number 9 on this list. Dani Dennis-Sutton is tied for the most valuable returning power 4 edge over the last 2 years, according to our wins above average metric, and he has 75 pressures over the last 2 years, only trail TJ Parker, who might be the top edge rusher in next year's draft. Only TJ Parker has more pressures among returning power 4 edge defenders over the last 2 years than Dani Dennis-Sutton. He's a former 5-star recruit. He's got all the traits in the world that you look for in an edge rusher, with the size, the length, the get off, the explosiveness. He could climb this list, man, and be a first-round pick. We actually had him as a first-round pick in our way too early 2026 NFL mock draft. I think Dani Dennis-Sutton, like Penn State's had 3 straight years now where they've had 2 straight years where they've had a first-round edge rusher, Chop Robinson and Abdul Carter. It could be 3 straight years for the Nittany Lions with Dani Dennis-Sutton there.
Certainly could. It feels like it's edge rusher you at this point, or at least one of them, and Dennis-Sutton's next in line, and they're going to need him to step up big. I think early in the year last year was still kind of finding the consistency. He was getting pressure, but then you'd really talk about it. You know what I love about him last year too? Best game of the season, best player on the field in that playoff game against Notre Dame. 88.1 overall grade.
That interception he had was nasty.
The interception, there was a forced fumble that Notre Dame managed to hold on to, 4 pressures, 2 sacks. I mean, if you get that, there are moments for Dennis-Sutton where you go, oh, he's next. Yeah, he's the next one in line. I don't know if he'll go quite as high as Abdul Carter, because Carter's a freak of nature, but when you talk about that first-round potential, and think about that, a guy that we're talking about with first-round potential is number 9 on this list.
Yeah.
I mean, this is how deep this edge group is. I think, it's obviously a couple pretty good 2027 guys that we'll get into plenty over the next couple years. But Dennis-Sutton, certainly him and Zane Durant on the inside, who we talked about last week. I think you really talk about Penn State. Jim Knowles still has a lot to work with here on this defensive line. Dennis-Sutton needs to be their top edge rusher with Carter gone now.
Maybe the biggest question for the Nittany Lions going into next year is the depth on the defensive line. They don't really have too much depth in that D line, but they do have 2 superstars in Dani Dennis-Sutton and Zane Durant, as well as my number 2 D tackle in college football. If you want to go check out that video that we just did as well. Hey, thanks for watching another episode of the PFF College Football Show. Please make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.
Also, subscribe to PFF Plus at subscribe.pff.com for all of the same data and grades that we use in our show, plus fantasy tools, betting tools, and our mock draft simulator.